Hello everyone, this is Stephen Balch, your instructor for Introduction to Computer Applications at Ozarka College. Today what I thought I'd do is give you just a short introduction to this course, and specifically I'm going to go over the syllabus with you and show you the activities page as well, just to kind of get you started and on the right track in this course. Alright, so the first thing is when you first log into My Ozarka and you see your spring schedule, of course you'll click on the link to this class to open up the course page. And the first thing you'll notice here is at the very top of the page it has information about this course. Of course it has a picture of me as the instructor there, and then any announcements that I posted will be right below that, okay, right here on the announcement section. And that's something you'll need to pay attention to as we go through the semester, because there will be quite a few announcements that I post, usually probably 2 to 3 a week. So you'll need to pay attention to that so you can kind of stay on the right track and kind of remind yourself of things that are coming up due and just other important information that I need to share with the class. So it's always important to read through those announcements carefully. All right. You'll notice on the left-hand side of the page, it shows all of the links that allow you to navigate to various parts of the course website. And so what we want to do first is click on the syllabus link here. Okay. And this syllabus is basically a document that kind of explains exactly how the course will operate during the course of the semester, from how your grade's going to be determined to any kind of makeup policy, all those various things. And so it's very important that you understand everything on the course syllabus, because it's going to determine how things play out during the course of the semester. Okay? All right. So let's just kind of, I'm not going to go over every part of the syllabus, but I am going to hit on the very important parts, just so that we have an understanding of what the expectations are for the class. Okay? All right. So at the very top of the syllabus, you'll notice there's information about this course. And then right below that, there's information about me. And by the way, just like I said at the very beginning, my name is Stephen Baltz. I've taught this particular computer applications course just about every semester since I started teaching about 25 years ago. So I've got plenty of experience teaching this course, and I know about all the little problems that may arise and how to fix those things. And so, like I said, I really understand the course and how it should best be taught and so forth. I also really enjoy teaching this class, mostly because it's a hands-on course, and it is definitely very beneficial to you as a student, not only while you're at Ozarka, but also to help you in other classes where you need to complete documents and spreadsheets and so forth and presentations. But also, once you start your career, it's very important to understand how to use computer application software. Specifically, Microsoft Office is what we're going to be learning how to use. The reason that we choose that that Office suite to learn how to use in this particular course is because that is by far the most commonly used productivity Office suite of programs that is used by businesses and organizations today. And so it is definitely something that you will be using throughout your college career, but also your career once you finish your degree here at Ozarka. Okay, so basically you'll notice my contact information there at the top of the syllabus. You'll notice I've got office hours listed there. I've got my email address. my phone number, my office phone number. But really the best way to contact me by far in this course is using course mail over here on the left-hand side in those navigable links there. That course mail is really the best way, because when you send me a course mail, it has your name as a student. It has the course information associated with it, and so I'm able to determine right away who's sending me the email, what course it pertains to, and so forth. Whereas if you send a course mail through my just regular Ozarka email address, it may or may not, it's not going to include all that specific information unless you actually put it in your message. And so just to make it a lot more efficient and effective in getting me getting back to your email, I would really like you to use course mail when you need to send me a question or just information that you want to share with me about the course. Please use course mail. It just makes it a whole lot easier on all of us. Okay. Now, you'll notice my office hours are listed there, and of course that really is only going to pertain to those students that are close enough to the Mountain View campus where my office is to come by and see me. I realize a lot of you don't live close to Mountain View since this is an online class, and so you can also meet with me virtually through Google Meet. You'll just need to let me know, a little bit in advance, at least a couple of days in advance, so that we can set up that virtual meeting through Google Meet, and we can meet that way if you need to. Okay, and so I'll be glad to meet with anybody through that Google Meet, or just stopping by my office. But like I said, for most of you, probably course mail is going to be the best way to contact me and be most efficient and effective. Okay. All right. So the next three items on the syllabus there are course description, rationale, and outcomes. Those three things are very closely tied together. And so I'm going to kind of talk about them all kind of at one time. Basically in this course, like I said just a minute ago, we're going to be learning how to use Microsoft Office applications. And they're basically called productivity software. They're basically it's the software that's used, again, by schools like Ozarka, by organizations, by businesses, and specifically Microsoft Office includes several individual productivity programs like Microsoft Word and Excel and PowerPoint and Access. The three that we're going to learn how to use in this particular course are going to be Microsoft Word, which is a word processing program, Microsoft Excel, which is a spreadsheet program, and then Microsoft PowerPoint, which is a presentation graphics program. So we're going to learn all three of those programs in this course. All right? And the basic reason, obviously, that you would want to take a class like this is because Microsoft Office is so popular and so commonly used by various organizations that you're going to need to know how to use it to complete work in some of your other classes, and also, again, in your career. And so I think it's pretty easy to see the rationale for taking a class like this. So I'm not going to spend a huge amount of time on that. But if you do have questions, just let me know. But basically, that's what we're going to do. We're going to learn Microsoft Word first, then Excel, and then finally PowerPoint. Okay? And we'll work through several modules, several exercises in each of those programs. We'll start out very basic and then kind of work our way up to a little bit more complex tasks in each of those programs. Okay? All right, so just read through that, the first three sections there, course description, rationale, and outcomes. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have about it. Now, for this course, there is a required textbook. This is what it looks like right here. It's called Shelley Cashman Series Microsoft Office 365 and Office 2021 Introductory. No, it's a very long name, but basically it shows you what the ISBN number is right here for the book. Make sure that you take this information with you when you go to purchase your textbook, whether it's at the college bookstore or some other source. Make sure that you verify that you're getting the correct textbook. There are several different versions of this series of textbooks that that you'll have to make sure that you're not getting the incorrect textbook. Make sure, the best way to verify that is verify the ISBN number. Okay? Don't just look at the front page, because there are several books in this series that look similar but are actually different ISBN numbers, different books. Okay? For example, there's a brief edition of this book. There's an introductory edition of this book, which is what we're using. There's an intermediate. There's an advanced. So you have to be really careful when you buy the textbook for this course that you're getting the correct textbook. Okay? So just let me know if you have any questions about that. The next item on the syllabus is methods of instruction. And I'm not going to go into any detail on this. This is basically the methods of instruction that you see in most classes, reading through textbook chapters. Of course, in this class, you're also going to be working through, hands-on activities in each program, in each module. So just kind of read through that. I don't think I need to read it to you. It's pretty self-explanatory. All right, the next item on the course syllabus, and probably the most important section on the syllabus, is evaluation procedures, because this is where I explain how your final course grade is going to be determined in this class. And I know when I was a college student many, many years ago, on the first day of class, this is always what I was most interested in looking at, because this is what explains exactly how your grade's going to be determined. Okay? So it's very important to read through this and understand it. All right? So basically in this class, your course grade is going to be comprised of 4 things: assignments, objective test, production exams, and a final exam. Okay? And it shows you what percentage each one of those represents as part of your final course grade. All right? And then you'll notice right below that, I basically give a paragraph explaining how, kind of a little bit about each one of those categories. For example, assignments and so forth. So let's kind of start off here with assignments. Basically in this class, you will be given some assignments to complete from each module of each program in the textbook. For example, in Microsoft Word, which we'll start on first in this course, there are 3 modules. So for each module, you will have a set of assignments to complete, which are going to be basically completing some type of production work, like a flyer or a research paper or a letter. You'll basically learn how to format those types of documents. Okay, and I try to give you very specific instructions on the activities page, and I'll show you that in just a few minutes. So the main thing on assignments is to make sure, of course, you'll have to make sure you get your textbook right away so you can start on the assignments. But basically with the assignments, you just need to make sure you're taking your time, making sure you're following the instructions carefully, because that's the biggest thing, is just making sure that you're giving yourself enough time and that you're working through the assignments and verifying that as you do each type of formatting that it is correct and that your document looks like the example of what it should look like when you're done. Okay? So those are assignments. Then you'll also have objective tests. The objective test will be online tests that you'll do in Miles Arca, which will basically cover the concepts, the terminology that's presented in the textbook, and you'll be able to use your books and whatever other resources you want to use to complete those objective tests. But those objective tests are really just meant to kind of make sure that you understand the terms that are used in the textbook, because it's important to know the meanings of those terms in order to be able to actually work through the production assignments. Okay? All right. And you can take those objective tests as many times as you want to, and your highest grade is automatically recorded. Okay? If you don't do well the first time, just retake it and keep retaking it till you get a grade that you're satisfied with. Okay? All right. Next item is production exams. We will have 3 production exams during the course of the semester, one over each program that we are learning about. So in other words, there'll be a production exam that covers Word. There'll be one that covers Excel, and then one that covers PowerPoint. Okay? And basically, to study for the production exams, you will go back and study what you learned on the assignments. You know, all the formatting guidelines and all the steps that you learned, things that you learned how to do as you work through the modules in the program, in the textbook. That's what you'll study for the production exams. Okay? And then the final exam will be a production exam that covers all of the programs and modules that we've covered during this semester. And I'll tell you a little bit more about each individual production exam and the final exam when it gets closer to the dates for those exams. Okay? I will give you very specific information on all that stuff when it gets closer to those actual exam dates. Okay? All right. Next item on the course syllabus is the grading scale. Just kind of read through that. That's just the standard grading scale you see in most classes. So I don't feel like I need to go over that with you. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just let me know if you have questions about it. Next item on the syllabus is the makeup policy. Now, let me spend just a couple minutes on this. In this course, I try to give you as much time as possible to complete each module, each set of module activities during the course of the semester. And because I'm giving you plenty of time, I generally do not allow makeup work in my classes, okay, or in this class. And so just kind of keep that in mind when you are working through your assignments, and just make sure that you keep up with the due dates and make sure you get your stuff turned in on time, because again, generally I do not allow makeup work. Now, with that being said, if you have a special circumstance that you think warrants my consideration of you maybe being able to make up something, then just send me a course mail. Be very specific on all the details about your particular case, and then I will consider that on a case-by-case basis, okay? But just kind of keep in mind that just in general, I do not allow makeup work in this course, okay? So just let me know if you have questions about that. The next item there on the course syllabus is the attendance policy. I just want to spend just a minute on this. This course is an online course, which means that we're not actually meeting at all in person, on campus. But just because we're not meeting on campus doesn't mean that you should not be participating in the course on a regular basis. So my recommendation, my strong recommendation for any of my online classes, especially this one, is to log into this course in Miles Arca at least once a day, okay? Because if you don't do that, you're probably going to miss some reminders. You're going to miss some important announcements that I posted in the course, maybe some videos where I explain about some assignment and so forth, and so, or any changes that have had to be made to anything. And so if you are not logging in on a regular basis, like every day, then you're not going to be able to stay on track, and your grade's probably going to suffer because of that. So I would, again, highly recommend logging into the course page at least once a day, just to make sure that you're staying on track. Okay? All right. Next item is academic integrity. Now, in this course, since we're not writing papers, we're not doing any of that kind of stuff, it's not a huge issue in this course as far as plagiarism, but one of the things I do have seen in previous semesters in this course is one student sharing their files, their assignment files, with another student. Okay, that sharing of files is a clear violation of the academic integrity policy of the college, and can result in you receiving an F in the course. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. Make sure you're doing your own work as a student. Do not share your files with other students, and don't get copy files from another student. That basically, again, is you're basically turning in someone else's work when you do that, and that is a clear violation of the academic integrity policy. Okay, so just let me know if you have questions about that. And then the last several parts of the course syllabus are just self-explanatory. They're the same basic sections that you'll see in all of your courses. So I'm not going to spend any time with that, but you still need to read through those and let me know if you have questions. Okay? All right, so that's the course syllabus. Let me, if you have any questions at all about the content or any of the meaning of the content of the course syllabus, let me know so that I can help you out with that as soon as possible. It's very important that you understand everything that's on this course syllabus, because this is going to dictate how things are done during the course of the semester. All right? All right. The last thing I want to show you in this video today is the activities page. So if you'll look at the links on the right hand or the left hand side of the page there, the very first item is activities. All right, so let's go ahead and click on the activities link here. And this activities page is probably the page that you're going to interact with the most as we go through this semester, because this activities page has all of the activities, all the assignments, the tests, the exams on it for the course of this semester. And you'll notice it starts out with week 1, which is this first week of class, and it goes all the way down to the last week of class, which is the final exam week. Okay, so everything is broken down by week, and you'll notice this first week I've got 3 items there. I've got a getting started link, which I'll show you in just a minute. There's an introduce yourself link, and then a link for you to download Office 365, which is the software that you're going to need for this class. Okay. All right, so let's start with the getting started link there. On this, what I've done is I've just provided a convenient place where all the links are to the important things to look at and understand during this first week of the semester. So you'll notice I've got a link to the course schedule, to the syllabus, textbooks, the Office software that you need to download, and so forth. And so that getting started link, you can access all of those things through the left side of the page here, but this just provides a very convenient place for you to link to those items this first week of class. So just kind of go through all those items on the getting started page there, especially the syllabus again, and the link to download the software, and just make sure that you're again understanding those things. Make sure you get the software downloaded as soon as possible. All right. And then the next item again under week 1 is introduce yourself. Let's go ahead and click on that. Here what I've done is I have posted some information about myself, and I give you the instruction to reply to this discussion board with information about yourself. And this is really just designed to allow us to all get to know each other a little bit. Since this is an online class, we don't see each other face to face. The next best thing is for us to at least have a discussion where we kind of introduce ourselves to the class. And so what I want you to do here is this first week of class, and this is due by Saturday of the first week, but basically I want you to reply to this discussion with some information about that you're willing to share about yourself to the class. Of course, your name, your where you're from, maybe some of the other classes that you're taking, what your program is, what program you're working in, what your career goals are, maybe some about your hobbies and interests, just whatever information that you're willing to share with the class. It just kind of helps us to kind of get to know each other a little bit. Okay, and then as you reply to this discussion, I will also be replying to your messages, and then I will also during the course of this discussion, I will share some more information about myself as well. All right, so that's that introduce yourself discussion, and again, that is due by Saturday, January 25th. And that's really the only thing this first week of class that it needs to be submitted for a grade. There's really nothing to submit for getting started. That's just basically you going through and reading through those through that information. The last item under week 1 is the download Microsoft Office 365 link. And when we click on that, it's going to give us some instructions, and it's also going to give us a link here to actually download the software. Okay, and there's also a video that one of the other business instructors did that explains how to download Office 365. So if you run into issues as you're downloading the software, watch that video, and that will show you step by step how to download the correct software for this class. All right, so let's go back to activities here. So again, that first week of class, that introduce yourself discussion is due by Saturday, January 25th. And then the first set of textbook activities that are due will be due the second week of class, specifically Thursday, January 30th. All right, that gives you some time to get your textbook and to get the software downloaded before that first set of activities is due. And for each one of these activities here, let's go ahead and click on Word Module 1, Assignment 1. And on Assignment 1, for each new module that we work through, you'll have on the assignment page some instructions there that you need to make sure you carefully read through. And then down towards the bottom of the page, there are demonstration videos that show you step by step how to complete the steps in the textbook to complete the document for this assignment. And for example, on this particular assignment, you're going to be completing a flyer. All right, and so there are 3 parts to the demonstration videos, just because I didn't want to have one long video. So I broke it down into parts. So there's part 1, part 2, part 3, and so you can very easily, if you, as you work through the steps in the textbook, if you get stumped, if you have something that you can't understand from the textbook instructions, then please use these demonstration videos to help you, to kind of guide you through those steps so that you can successfully complete the assignments. Okay? And as you're working on the assignments, feel free to send me a course mail, or better yet, let me show you on the activities page. If you have a question about a particular assignment in this course, I would like you to use this help discussion right down here. That help discussion basically is a place where you can ask a question about a particular assignment, and then when I reply to your question with the answer, other students in the class that may have similar questions will be able to see that and benefit from that, because they may have had some similar issues as they were working through the assignment. So instead of sending me a course mail about a particular assignment, I would rather you use the Word Module 1 help discussion. Okay? And so you'll notice under week 2 you have 3 assignments in Word Module 1, and you'll have the Word Module 1 objective test. So again, all 4 of those things are due by Thursday, January 30th. All right, which is the second week of class. All right, and so just again, kind of explore the various parts of the course page these first few days of the semester. And if you run into anything that you don't understand, doesn't make sense to you, let me know, and I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have. All right, and the only other thing I need to say is I really am looking forward to teaching this class this semester. Looking forward to having each one of you in class, and I hope everybody has a great semester. I know I'm looking forward to a great semester. Hopefully you'll learn a lot from this class. You'll enjoy it, and so I will talk to you in the next video. Thank you.